Bell is getting sued today, so we have a court case to go to. Run that. Open the damn phone. Open my phone. Jesus Christ. Hello? Oh, no.
How'd I?
Hey, Alice, it's Chopp. I'm apparently a witness in this case for Bell. Is that what you're going to?
Yeah.
Can you give me a ride from MRPD?
Sure, I gotta get me a core. I'll be there, yeah. I'll come pick you up. Let's go here.
All right, thank you.
All right, goodbye.
Bye. All right. That tracks. That tracks. Aaron's down. That tracks. Ugh. Was that her? That's slow. Where the heck is Alice? Watson. Where the heck is Watson? Ugh.
A firm, I'm 76.
Watson, damn it.
Hi, Chopp.
Hey, actually, where are you headed?
I'm going to West.
Where's Wes at?
He is. He's all the way up in Sandy.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Never mind. I see Watson. She's on her way. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Bye. Bell, 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 Deputy Rain. Bell, 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 bell. I don't have bell. What the hell? Is Bell even on duty still? Hang on, I'm just going to delete my unit and then put myself under Bell's unit. Holy shit!
Hold on, darling.
Maybe I should bring some police gear. Outfits. Holy crap, is that Alice or not? Like, seriously. Yes, it is. Ugh. Oh.
Oh no.
What in the heck happened? Oh, hang on. Never mind. I don't I don't care as much as I should. Yeah, I'm behind you.
in,
I'm
darling.
behind you.
Yep. So you help in, darling.
Thank you. Sorry,
You're welcome.
I just don't feel like getting my car stolen while I'm in there as a witness.
No, you're completely fine. Don't feel bad about it. You're completely fine.
Also, as long as I'm there by the time they call me, I think I'm fine.
Yeah, I don't think it. They're probably not even ready to start.
I mean, the fact that Hammers wasn't even there yesterday for my deposition, yeah, probably not.
Was they supposed to be?
Yeah. Opposing counsel and counsel are supposed to be there. Well, I guess plaintiff's counsel and defendant's counsel, because it's a civil suit.
So you did a deposition and they.
I didn't
didn't show
actually
up?
get to do it because
Because they didn't show up.
yeah, because the counsel didn't show up.
Really?
Yeah. I did not know we could
did
get
they
in
give
here.
him- Yeah.
Ah,
It's just
that's-
like a little bit.
that's a little intrigue.
It's a
That's so
tight
nice.
Squeeze. It's like a little tight squeeze, but.
Yeah, no, that
way
works
you
out really
can
well.
Fork your core down here and then go up into.
Fantastic. That's actually really nice.
Yeah, the marshals gave me permission. I'm sure they don't care about nobody as long as cops are doing it, you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'll
Uh,
meet you up there, darling.
all right. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Which core is it, big or little?
I honestly have no idea.
It's the big one. It's probably the big one since it's a
Civil.
because it's a trial. Yeah, normally they use the big one for trial.
I mean, she's being sued, so I don't know if it's a trial. It's just a civil hearing, right?
Yeah, but I could say it been larger.
Yeah. All right.
Like anything that they schedule or so.
Yeah. Oh, all right. It's been a hot minute since I was down this way.
It's all right. You're right.
How you doing, Alice?
I'm doing swell, darling. How are you today?
I'm doing all right. First time testifying, so we'll see how it goes. I got.
You'll be fine. Just sit. You know.
It's gonna be hilarious because well, you'll see. Can't talk about it.
I know what the case is about, darling.
Yeah.
You're gonna be all right.
Were you there? Were you there for the original incident?
No. But I heard about it.
Ah, okay.
I heard what happened.
Oh, I gotta go up another flight of stairs. Jesus Christ, does the elevator work?
No, we got a cape. Well, let me double check that it's not this one.
All right.
Real quick. Yeah, it's the big one, darling. Up the stairs.
Up
the
we go.
stairs.
Up we go.
Yeah, good Google or mogul.
18
I
many
do need to
stairs.
get a working elevator in this building.
At least one. At least one would be swell.
Yeah. Have somebody go get their mobility scooter up to up to the court case.
Or at least put in a dang lift on the stairs.
Yeah,
One of those,
yeah.
you know, assisted lifts.
Yeah.
They got one over at the Mirror Park Cafe. It don't work right, but they got one.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Howdy.
Who's
There you go.
who's suing Bell?
Where do you just stay in the back, Peters? I don't know what to do.
Hi, Chopp.
Oh, hello.
Did Bell
I'm
get
joining the
fucking
peanut gallery.
kidnapped or- Oh, there you go.
No, I'm here, Your Honor.
Hey.
Hello. How you doing?
Good doing.
Alright, I think everyone's who that needs to be now.
I don't bite
Give him hell, Peters.
Paul, are you ready?
hard.
Ah, yes, Your Honor.
Helen, don't want to stand next to me?
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not Helen, darling. That's Sunday.
Ooh.
Peters, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Your
Sure. I
Let's
can
get
see
this
right
started.
through that.
Okay, today we're here for the matter of Ricardo Valdez versus BCSO.
Howdy,
I'll
howdy.
read the statement of claim and the relief sought, and then we'll move into opening statements.
Howdy.
Hi there.
On 12th of 3rd, 2025, Ricardo Valdez was committing an act that goes against the fibre of our being in the fine state of San Andreas, if not the world. They were caught in the act, no doubt about that, but when being detained, those we trust to protect our liberties went beyond the pale, and the result of their actions caused severe harm at the hand of negligent police work. While in police custody, Callista Bell negligently put Ricardo Valdez in a near-death position, received injuries beyond those necessary for arrest, and induced severe physical harm, coupled with mental anguish of such actions they could not fathom. The plaintiff seeks civil relief based for damages incurred by the officers while in custody of the BCSO, and to receive punitive damages for the harrowing actions they experienced. The relief sought today is compensatory damages of $150,000 for pain and suffering, punitive damages of $300,000 for excessive force while detained, and punitive damages of $300,000 for gross negligence. With that, we will proceed into opening statements. Plaintiff, you're first.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good day, members of the court.
Oh, this
Honorable Justice Falconer presiding. Today, I, Paul Hammerstein, represent an individual who was the victim of a system overextending itself, much like a Stretch Armstrong being pulled to the point of the arms popping off, and all we are left with is a goo of cornstarch and broken trust.
cornstarch.
While
Made out of
being
corn?
detained, Ricardo Valdez was in the care of those we trust to protect our liberties, those we hold to a high standard, only to find them go beyond the pale, and the result of their actions causing severe harm at the hand of negligent police work. While in police custody, Mr. Bell negligently put Ricardo Valdez in a position of near death
Stein.
and receive injuries beyond those necessary for arrest and induced severe, harsh, brutal physical pain, coupled with the suffering of not only that pain, but earnings lost to the pain that they had to endure. We believe the court will find in favor of the plaintiff and serve a hot plate of justice. Thank you, Your Honor.
See what plate of these nuts in your mouth.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Hammerstein. Mr. Peters, when you're ready.
Yes, Your Honor. Today, we are here to hear a case. Plaintiff claims that is gross negligence on behalf of the BCSO. But when in fact, it was the plaintiff. The reason why it was the plaintiff that was had put officers in harm's way to begin with. You will see today testimony that Mr. Valdez here on December 3rd
What? December 3rd?
kidnapped a fellow deputy, forced him.
For reference, Councillor, it wasn't December 3rd, it was the 12th of March.
Sorry. I hate ISO.
I do agree with you.
On the 12th of March, Mr. Valdez kidnapped a fellow deputy, put him in harm's way with a gun to his head on top of a bridge and forced him to join in a game of clown risk. While he did plead guilty, and as the plaintiff's counsel did state in his statement of claim, that he was committing an act that goes against the fiber of our being here in the state of San Andreas. He was caught in the act. But at the end of the day, Deputy Callista Bell was acting in good faith, doing her job to the best of her abilities by trying to diffuse the situation and also escort the suspect to safety. But again, with the suspect being in harm's way to begin with on top of a very dangerous bridge, there is always going to be risk involved getting someone to safety. But again, I'm here today to prove that Deputy Callista Bell was acting in good faith, doing her job, doing her duties. And even while performing her duties and attempting to bring the suspect down into safety, she herself put herself in harm's way. And that is all.
Thank you, Councillor Peters. Okay. Plaintiff, your first witness, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Plaintiff calls Ricardo Valdez to the stand.
Okay, Mr. Valdez. Come on up. Anyone want to be the bailiff? Okay, Violet, come on, spell Valdez in.
Go do it.
Make sure to yell.
You solemnly swear and affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under pains and penalties of perjury, so help you, Nikita.
I do.
Thank you, Violet.
You're welcome.
Mr. Valdez, how are you doing today?
Doing all right. Just wanting to make sure that, Elle faces, consequences of her actions.
Oh, of course, Mr. Valdez. Or do you prefer Ricardo? Ricky?
Valdez is
R-Dog?
fine.
What-
Valdez is fine, yeah.
Of course. I was hoping maybe we were tight enough I could call you Ricky, but I guess, you know, if it's just Mr. Valdez, and Mr. Valdez it is. Mr. Valdez, are you familiar with the events that's transpired on March 12th, not December 3rd?
Yes, not December 3rd, but March 12th. Yeah.
Of course, because if you read the statement, I claim December 3rd of 2025 hasn't happened yet, has it, Mr. Valdez?
I don't think so. I think, I think that's in a couple of months,
Relevance?
Objection relevance.
Sustained. One ball.
Well, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry. All right. For those events on March 12th,
Called it.
do those memories resonate in your mind constantly?
Every day. Think about the height that I fell from.
Are you haunted by those events? Like Casper the Ghost haunting a candy shop?
Of course. I can't even, it's hard for me to even like think about it,
Of course. On the day in question, were you detained?
Yes.
Where were you detained, Mr. Valdez?
At the top of the bridge, the metal beam that connects the two supporting structures.
By whom were you detained by?
Deputy Bell, or Senior Deputy Bell.
Were you instructed by officers or deputies or senior deputies in any way leading to the detainment?
Yes, I was instructed to face away and put away my weapon, which I did accordingly as soon as she said so.
So you complied with officers' requests?
After the fact of Asher falling off the bridge, yes.
All right. Following, I guess more importantly, how were you detained specifically?
And I was instructed to put away my weapon and to face away from officers, at which point I did. And I put up my hands. And then I was instructed just to stand there until I was placed in the cuffs.
All right. And after being placed in the handcuffs, did these officers attempt to escort you?
Yes.
What happened after they began to
Well, that's
escort
crazy.
Well, on the way down, we were in between the netting part of the bridge, and Deputy Bell,
Please say
decided it'd probably, I don't want to speak for her, but she went over the edge where the netting was, with me in hand.
Oh my goodness. Oh. So Deputy
The
Bell had
anticlimactic. Oh my goodness.
arm in lock as you two fell over the edge of the ledge of the bridge?
Yes. Yes.
That's what the prosecution wishes to highlight in evidence the photo of Deputy Asher at gunpoint, showcasing the netting on the bridge.
The report is shared for anyone who wants to view it.
Well, thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Valdez, how were the weather conditions that night?
Not just from my, own statement, but I'm pretty sure everybody can see. It was a pretty clear night sky, no clouds in sight. A pretty beautiful night, actually.
Had it rained at all during or prior to
Objection. Objection
Don't-
relevance.
this photo?
Rebuttal.
Oh, I'm simply going to show that as far as the conditions that were being laid out hand there on the eve of these incidences there, I guess all the conditions that were being met, just providing more context and more forthwith showing of what was present on that evening.
I mean,
Yeah,
left.
overruled, I can see why this could be relevant.
Are you on
We're talking
Ricardo's
about
side or
someone
Bell's
falling off a
side?
bridge.
So left.
I
I don't think he knew.
No,
Who was
it
what?
had not rained or
Defendant.
anything of those sorts.
Plaintiff. Always.
Was the platform or components of the bridge slippery from any other elements?
No.
Masters, if you're going to beat up EMS to the side.
Oh my! Oh.
I apologise. I'll make sure I'll go outside to do it.
Oh, jeepers.
What did he say to Masters?
Oh, okay.
I don't
Apologies.
know, I
I
was
went to my
too busy
train of
laughing.
thought here.
I heard at the whole court heard your laughing.
Yep.
So you said it was slippery. While you were being escorted, did you feel your footing was unsafe?
No.
Oh my god, he looks hot in that photo.
At any point, did you feel unsafe while in Deputy Bell's custody?
When she pulled herself and myself over the side of the netting, leading to us falling.
Oh my goodness, that must have been quite a shock. Did Deputy Bell say anything while you two plummeted to the earth?
I remember her screaming, "Oh no, I made a mistake," and then she did tell me while we were falling that she was going to use me as a
I'm
meat
having a
shield to,
Okay.
cushion her landing.
Objection.
What?
Facts, not in evidence.
Given that
Your
Deputy Bell is
Honor.
here to speak to those, the truthfulness or not, should you wish to counteract that, she is welcome to testify.
All right. Were you taken for medical care following the plummet to the earth?
Yes, I was taken to CMC, who I was treated by Beatrice.
No, not at all. I remember.
And was there a report detailing this?
I made a mistake.
Yes, I explicitly asked Beatrice to write up a medical report on my injuries.
Which I believe is part of the
And
court
it's the
case.
prosecution highlights, of course, the
You're the plaintiff, Paul, not
plaintiff's
the
B,
prosecution.
the medical report. Yeah. Apologies.
The medical report has also been shared. I am unsure if everyone can see it. I do not know if that works that way.
Yeah, it's in there.
Well, that's fair, Your Honor. Just ensuring the court is following along as best as possible for the events that transpired.
I don't know how to see a medical
Are
report.
you aware if
Oh, wait, there we go.
Deputy
Never mind.
Bell
Jesus. L, what?
received medical treatment at CMC?
I am unsure on where she received medical.
All right. In this report,
Yeah,
that
okay,
was
there it is.
highlighted, it specified that you were to rest. For a portion there of unlisted time there. How long did you in fact rest for?
Roughly a week, if I recall.
I guarantee you I could find him arrested between now and then.
Do you have a job, Mr. Valdez?
Yes, I'm a mechanic. At which point,
Charges
I've actually
tags
sold
criminal
parts to the BCSO.
Valdez.
Oh, the BCSO is a customer of yours. Interesting. During the time of your forced rest due to the injuries you sustained, how was the car market looking?
Oh,
as a,
bummer.
mechanic?
Yeah, no, he.
Objection, relevance.
Rebuttal, Paul?
Your Honor, the prosecution is attempting to showcase and highlight the amount of suffering that went just beyond the physical pain, but also the monetary burdens that my client was deprived of during their time of pain and suffering.
Okay. Give me a sec, please. Paul, are you claiming lost wages? Or loss of earnings? Is that the angle you're going for?
To a degree.
I
asked,
would.
I asked because you haven't asked for that in your relief.
When someone is injured and hurting and not able to work their job, are they not suffering for that next paycheck to pay for their next trinket?
Hey, I hope the PD loses this court case.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck the
Okay,
PD.
now here
What are
rebuttal
you
from the
wearing?
You
You
got
got
a dark
heart.
That's right.
You an
it's
MC?
Habibi MC on the weekends.
Oh, so this is
Sorry, I got a
is
little
it the sexy
distracted with the
telegram?
gallery. Yeah, I would rebut that.
You ride in motorcycles?
Again,
The on the weekends, yeah, just
facts
the
are not an evidence that he
Campaign.
lost any wages.
Don't be
He's
a fucking
not
bike rider.
claiming. Again, if he's
I
talking
haven't been a
about
bike ride in years,
if
but
we're going
maybe I should start
to
doing that
open up
again.
any sort of
Do not
discussions
hide
about
your
loss of
bikes in
wages,
bushes.
I
I
don't
would
even
argue
need to
facts
anymore,
are
brother.
not in the evidence, as he is not. He's not seeking any sort of damages for lost wages.
Am I blind or where's Valdez?
I understand, bruh.
He's up there.
I will sustain the objection. That is not to say, Paul, you cannot try and make loss of wages fit into suffering, but you know, getting there and questioning is going to be difficult, as you did not seek that relief.
That is fair, you are. That's fair. Okay. Final question there, Mr. Valdez. Once again, I hate to have you relive this moment over and over in your mind. But can you describe the bridge itself, where all this occurred?
Oh my god.
Yeah, where the incident occurred, where Bell and myself fell from, was a pretty thick stable structure, and then it was netted across the sides, and then the bridge itself, pretty solid steel beams, stuff like that.
Perfect. No further questions for Mr. Valdez, Your Honor.
Okay. Constable Peters cross-examination.
Mr. Valdez, how are you doing today?
I'm all right. How are you?
Doing well.
Damn it.
So you said in your testimony, okay, but can I just get you to reiterate where exactly were you at the time of this incident?
Can I ask for clarification on exactly when? Because there was multiple things that happened, and I was in multiple.
No,
like,
not
different
when.
locations.
Where? Oh, wait. Yes, you said you were on top of a bridge. What bridge would that be?
La Puerta Freeway Bridge, just above Exceptionalist Way.
Gotcha. And what were you doing on top of the bridge there that day?
I was holding Asher Johnson at gunpoint, and I had him, roll a dice to see how lucky he was.
And how lucky was Mr. Johnson that day?
Not very.
From the incident that occurred, not very lucky.
Oh my god. Yep, told you. Not very.
What exactly ended up happening?
Are you using a cane?
Yeah, because I got a bullet in my leg.
You probably deserved
celebrated
it.
for the first
Probably.
time on top of the bridge.
Who shot you?
And ended up.
Well, I think you.
I shot you.
Yeah, probably.
How high up would you estimate?
No, honestly,
you guys
probably
were up on top of the
Again, probably.
Objection, Your Honor.
Did he actually
Incompetence.
shoot you?
This witness isn't
No, they never
qualified
caught
to
who
know
shot
those
me. I was
kind
just.
of distances.
Okay.
No, the guy who shot me was wearing like this weird ass
tell him to
cowboy
give an
hat.
exact,
And I don't even remember everything else that he was wearing. So.
The MC's only a Friday thing or a Saturday, Sunday thing, or what?
Yeah, like
If he
just like
wants
you
to
only
try
get
and
drunk on the
speak to the
weekends. I only do
exact
heavy BMC on the
Wow.
weekends.
First of all, it's
Oh, there you go.
Friday, and I didn't even have a drink yet.
Question.
It is not Friday.
Exactly how tall a bridge
It is most definitely not Friday. I don't care what part of the world you're in. It is Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, but I mean yesterday, Friday.
Am I okay to answer the question, Your Honor?
And I don't even work weekends, but here I am.
Here you
I'd
are.
say
There you go.
if I had to guess,
Are you only here for the court case?
Who,
at
me or her?
least,
I just came to see what's
or
up.
you know what? Can I ask a clarifying
what
question,
happened
actually, Your Honor, to him, so I know exactly how I'm answering
Hopefully the PD loses.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I
Are
don't
you
think.
talking about
Well,
how
it's not
far
the PD.
Asher
It's
fell, or
Bell
how far
specifically. So.
Mm-hmm.
myself and Bell fell.
Yeah, it's a civil.
Oh, it's a civil
just
case.
Asher.
It's a civil suit. Yeah.
Asher probably.
I think the department's being roped in just because
150
she's
to
part of
200
it,
feet, probably.
but
Is she getting
That's,
sued because she handled the situation wrong?
Would
Or
you
what's going on?
say
No,
that that's
but-
They fell off a bridge.
yeah, that you can see
pretty
the picture up
dangerous?
there.
That's a pretty dangerous
Yeah.
height.
Yeah, it's all under
Yeah,
the
she was escorting him down in
on top of
custody.
something.
Yeah.
And she dropped him?
No, she didn't drop him. They both kind of fell.
Objection, Your Honor. They're calling for speculation on this. They're asking
Hey,
if they
Spire.
guess.
Yeah. Have you ever climbed those cables?
Oh yeah, many times.
Yeah. Have you ever climbed up the cables while holding somebody?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Try doing that.
Might go
It is
try
not
later,
good.
but
Simply,
I'm not allowed in high places.
Maxwell, you want to try that later?
simply trying
Do
to
I can carry you up those pipes.
ask
I'll do it,
if
Maxwell.
if the
Not
I
hearing
think
yet, no,
base is at a
sorry.
pretty
Pipe.
dangerous height, right?
Well, that's not a
I'll
pipe.
go on
It's
duty
a
if you
cable,
need me,
but yeah.
Maxwell.
What's that?
I'll go
Sorry.
on duty.
People in the
can you-
PSR, can you whisper,
Make an
please?
arrest.
Yeah, I'm whispering.
I'll
What the
sue
fuck?
him if he drops me off the pipes.
I'm just trying to get the witness here.
I don't think I can sue him
to
civilly though. Actually.
Oh, thanks for that. Whoa,
I think
what
we
is that?
don't
A
get to
galaxy?
do that.
get his
That's
opinion
Holy
on
shit.
if it was.
We don't? Why
Spire,
not?
what the hell,
I'm
dude?
pretty sure
Chill.
we can't because it's like
Chill,
our
Spire.
job.
But we're
Even
above
off
the law,
duty.
no?
Chill.
I'll give you one-
Bro,
Yeah,
chill.
I've been off duty.
Is that what that is? Is that
Yeah,
is that
so
a
you can-
gal?
yeah,
I don't
I'll
even
go off
know.
duty and you can
That's a
throw me off the
galaxy,
pipes.
bro. Chill.
Bum just walked in.
Why is he just walking?
I feel
Why?
like rebuttal stands pretty well there, Your Honor. However, if the
What is he
What
going?
does
Where's
that
he going?
mean?
defense wishes to
He's a magistrate. I guess you could
reword
walk
their
up there.
question
Oh, okay.
Um,
What the hell?
as their rebuttal was
Yeah.
That's crazy.
structured,
I
that
want
would
to take that
be
guy
that would
hostage
be
and ransom him to
sufficient
the PD.
in the
I mean,
eyes of justice.
That would be a
$5.
thing. That would be a thing.
I don't think people would pay very much for him though.
I don't know how that would work, honestly. He's a civil servant.
Yeah, I'd have to call the mayor. I don't think the mayor would want him at all. Probably the
Well,
mayor would
thank you,
probably shoot
Spire.
him.
Thank you. Appreciate that, man.
True.
Very true.
Say he's just a magistrate. Get rid of him.
Oh, that's-
Oh my God.
I'll
Wow.
I'll rephrase. I'll ask it a different way.
There's only one justice left. I need to find that justice and take him out.
Did Deputy
Which one haven't you taken?
Asher survive the fall?
You're taking Moose Knuckles?
From your estimated
No,
150 foot
justice.
drop.
There's only one left.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
Justice, not judge?
I do not know.
Yeah. Justice, not judge. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's justice. Fuck, I forgot his name. But
Have
it's only,
you,
apparently he's
have
like.
you been on top of that bridge?
Oh, gotcha.
Before?
Okay. Well, yeah, Spire, thank you again so much for that. I really appreciate it.
Yes, but that was like 7 years ago.
Okay.
Wait,
How many
I just realized.
have
I'm
you,
sitting
have
on
you
the losing
witnessed
side.
people?
No. You're just sitting on the side. You're
from those heights
being
before.
benevolent.
You made us win because you sat here.
You're being benevolent. Thank fucking God.
Objection, Your Honor. This is clearly irrelevant to the matters of the issues at hand here.
What is his name again?
Rebuttal.
Your Honor, I'm simply trying to establish the dangerous nature.
Maxwell, what was his name?
Wanna
understand?
Mr. Valdez.
That was Raymond.
Was
Raymond?
putting
Oh,
not
okay.
only
Yeah.
himself but other deputies in by even being on top of the bridge, by asking if he has ever seen other people fall from that bridge. Outside
doesn't
of,
normally dress
outside
like
of that
that.
incident.
No, he does not. Raymond Romanoff, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Paul, do you have a
Yeah,
final
he was
rebuttal?
definitely the one who fucking shot me.
No, are you?
I can't prove it, but I'm telling you from like just gut instinct.
So
that
the
was him.
defense is trying to show how dangerous the
Oh,
bridge
well.
is.
Yeah.
Uh,
I have no way
you know
to
what,
prove
Joe?
it.
I will actually
Mhm.
remove my objection. I rescind it. I return it to sender.
He is the
Paul,
sender.
close
What the hell?
objection. Okay. Mr. Valdez, the question was, have you witnessed people fall from those heights before?
Yes.
Would you say that it was dangerous to be up there to begin with? When you held Deputy Asher Johnson hostage and forced him up to the top of that bridge?
I'd say depending on the activity that you're doing.
Hey, Maxwell. I'm not sure if they're going to call me as a witness or not. I was just listed as one.
Okay.
Any advice?
What activities would you say would be dangerous to be up there?
Who called you as a witness?
I was listed as a witness because I did the report.
Jumping?
By the defense or the
Defense, yeah. No, plaintiff.
plaintiff? So just take your time answering
Anything
questions.
else?
Because if they want to object,
Your
when
Honor, objection.
plaintiffs
He's trying
ask
to get my
questions, you
client
need
to
to give them a
speculate
chance
on
to
what stuff
object.
could possibly be
Okay.
dangerous.
Just speak
That's
slow and
open-ended
clearly.
book. Oh, jeepers.
and you don't have to go on to
Where
into
where
much
does
detail.
the line get drawn,
Yes
Your
and no
Honor?
answers work too,
The
unless they
suspect
ask
said
you to
himself. It
elaborate.
depends on the situation. I'm just trying
So
to
again,
And
that
very
you're-
important,
clarify what
them-
if you
what,
don't know,
he means by
just
depends
say,
on
I don't recall.
the situation.
yeah.
Or I don't know.
That too.
Don't give him like a
Don't make
But I
up
can
shit.
withdraw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Thank you.
That's pretty
Appreciate
easy. No problem.
Also, I want to do the best for Belle. So.
Right. So that's why I'm saying give it time before you respond to their questions, not her questions, their questions.
Got
'Cause
it.
they might want to object and they might need a second to think, okay, what can I
Why
object
why
for?
exactly did you
Got it.
choose the top of the La Porta Bridge for kidnapping Deputy Asher Johnson?
Objection, Your Honor. I feel this is beyond the scope of
Beyond the scope?
what
Oh,
has been
okay.
asked here
Whatever.
previously.
Disagree.
Uh,
Hard disagree.
My client's intent is not on trial.
Yes.
Did it just get really silent?
We, well, sure, he's right. His intent is not.
Oh,
on
you heard him. He said I'm
trial,
right. He said it.
But
It's in the courts. I'm taking
Congratulations,
it.
Paul.
but Mr. Valdez is suing my client because of he feels that Deputy Bell put him in harm's way. So I'm wondering. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this here.
He made the
why would
conscious
he
decision to go up there in the first place.
claim that Deputy Bell put him in harm's way when he
Well,
was?
say it, Peters. Say it. Come on,
He's
Peters.
the one that
mentally.
put Deputy Asher Johnson on top of the bridge there.
There we go.
So
There we go.
just trying to
Perfect.
understand why.
Good job, Peters.
Okay. The objection was to scope, not relevance.
That's my husband.
However,
Yeah.
Paul, the question was why choose the top of the bridge. There has been plenty of questions about being at the top of the bridge, what he was doing that day, even in direct questioning about being on top of the bridge. So I think getting to the reason why he was there, or why
How y'all
that is
doing?
the location. Well, we got to why he was there. He
Apparently,
so getting to
Raddick
the
wants
why
Bruce to
specifically
play
there
his balls,
when
apparently.
talking about falling off
Stop.
the bridge.
Stop.
was
Don't help Bruce do
within the
this.
scope.
I mean, Raymond's here. You can always ask him.
Stop.
So I will overrule the objection. Although he did say you were right.
Well, thank you, Your Honor. I just want to make sure that's in the records somewhere so I can frame it.
Mr. Valdez, the question was why did you choose the top
He's
of
just
the
a
bridge?
simple country lawyer.
It was kind of spontaneous, if I'm gonna be honest. But I've been up that bridge multiple times and gotten down safely multiple times on a countless amount of occasions.
Oh, thank you, Spire. Heart, bro, heart.
And just to clarify, you have said that you have seen me.
Nice to meet you too, bud.
That same place, correct?
You know, I wish I had a way to like, oh, bro, what are you doing? You're sending way too many things. Stop doing that. Knock it off.
Sorry, repeat the question.
Spire,
one more time.
stop.
So just to clarify, you have seen many people fall from that same location, correct?
What do you mean by many?
Oh my goodness, sir.
You've seen more than 2 people fall from that same location.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, Spire, what do you?
All right. No
Well,
further
just
questions.
save it for when I get up on stand, bro. Save it for when I get up on
Thank you,
stand.
Councillor Peters, Councillor Hammerstein, any redirect?
Oh, yes, Your Honor. Just a couple here. Shouldn't be long. Mr. Valdez.
I mean, how about you hit me with that like spam, bro?
As the
Let's do that instead. Get more people in here, or get more people to head over to
Regarding
the
safety.
Twitch stream. That would be
you
awesome too. Better view,
compliant
better view on Twitch.
with officer orders?
For sure, man.
Yes.
See if we can get that likes over like 1K, 2K. See what we can do. Want them in Twitch or TikTok? I don't care.
Did
Either
you
one.
resist
Both.
in
I mean,
any way?
you know, Twitch. Twitch is my main
beyond their
platform.
orders,
I kind of
they were
multi-stream to
instructed
TikTok and
not to.
YouTube, so we do what we do. But yeah, if TikTok, it's both, right?
That
Like
is
if both
all,
grow,
Your Honor.
I grow on both. I don't grow on just one.
Okay, thank
God
you, Paul.
damn, this
Mr.
sucks.
Valdez, you
That
can
it's.
just sit down and
I
get
can't
up.
believe it's taking this long. I should have showed up late or something
Thank you, Your
because
Honor.
I have things that I really do need to do. So hopefully they call me next. I mean, we'll see. Oh, thank you for sharing that. I appreciate you, bro.
Okay, Paul, next witness, please.
Oh, yes, Your Honor. Just a moment.
Who are they gonna call? Bell, me, Flowers.
I just realized Sunny and Chopp are not our witnesses. They were Paul's witnesses.
Correct.
For some reason, there's not even
Your Honor,
What's up, Wes? How you doing, dude?
Good. How are you, Kim?
the prosecution,
Good.
The plaintiff.
Reading over some docket shit.
plaintiff, yes, the plaintiff.
That's my life someday.
A lot of drama.
God.
there.
Guys, I
Oh,
am
Shit.
I'm only a prosecutor of justice. Plaintiff, yeah, plaintiff. The plaintiff requests and calls Deputy Bell to the stand.
Okay, they're going Bell next.
Hey, Bell.
Dun dun dun.
Al, can you raise your hand for me? Do you swear and affirm the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, under pains and penalties of perjury, so help you, Airborne?
I swear.
Airborne. Oh my goodness.
The witness is sworn in, Your Honor.
Hey, what's up, Dana?
Thank you, Violet.
Good job.
Thanks.
How are you doing today, Deputy Bell?
I'm doing quite well. How are you?
I will ask the questions here. Oh, sorry. No, I thought you said something else. No, I'm doing good. I'm doing good actually. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Paul.
And just to affirm there, I guess. Just so I'm addressing you correctly, it is Senior Deputy Bell.
Currently I hold the title Sergeant.
Opal's wildin'.
Ooh, Sergeant?
But at the
Holy
time I was
moly.
Senior Deputy, correct?
Oh, okay. So at the time of the incident, you were a Senior Deputy. Okay, okay. Good to know. Good to know. And at the time of this incident, were you aware of the events as they transpired?
I was, yeah.
And were you?
I
the
am
initial
going
detaining
to, while this
officer?
unfolds, just let everyone keep watching for a
Awesome.
second. I need to go run to the restroom.
I was, yes. Me and my cadet were the ones that were on top of the bridge.
And who was your cadet in question?
Deputy Sunny Flowers.
Were you leading in the negotiations and instructions to the plaintiff?
Yes.
Where did you detain the plaintiff?
He was leading an officer up the... He's leading a deputy, sorry, up the cables leading up to the very top of the bridge at gunpoint, with that deputy having his hands up.
I'm not sure if that was I'm not sure if you heard my question correctly there, Sergeant Bell. Is where did you detain that plaintiff?
Oh, where? At the very top of Miriam Turner overpass.
Yeah, Paul, I think everyone heard you say why did you stay in the plaintiff?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I talk a little funny. And apologies to you there, Sergeant Bell. I will try to enunciate as best as I can.
You're doing completely fine, Paul.
Ow, I'm trying.
Now,
Let's not fight in the peanut gallery, please. We're gonna fight, at least do it outside.
I miss anything? That sounds like a bronze player.
Oh,
Continue,
jeepers.
Paul.
Oh. Of course, Your Honor, of course. Clearly, your emotions are running high with this high-profile case. Sergeant Bell, was the plaintiff compliant with your instructions on top of the bridge?
He was non-compliant up until Deputy Asher fell. Then he was compliant.
Oh, my shoulder. Oh, I can do it. I can do it. Oh.
What were they non-compliant in?
I was trying to get Ricardo to stop, to have a conversation about what was going on, to put his gun away. He ignored all of those and forced Deputy Asher to roll a dice.
Was there much time between your orders and the rolling of the dice?
I, to the best of my recollection, I think there was roughly about 2 minutes or so between like my first orders to Asher rolling the dice. I could be off on that estimate.
My God. He's still interrogating her.
Once the plaintiff was detained, who escorted the plaintiff?
I could have taken longer.
from the top
I
of
totally
the
could have taken
bridge?
longer. Holy cow.
I did.
Share it out, guys. Follow Spire's example.
At any point during your escort of the plaintiff down the bridge, did you ever unhand or release them?
When I felt myself falling off the bridge, I tried to release him, but I unfortunately ended up taking Ricardo over the edge of the bridge with me when I slipped and fell.
Also, I'm sorry for kicking you out to be homeless.
You note that you slipped
I flew away
and fell.
for like almost for like a year.
But Sergeant Bell, I will direct your gaze to the monitor of the netting that is prevalent for safety reasons. How did you slip through that netting?
I'm like
I didn't
90%
slip
sure
through
that.
the netting, I stepped over it.
And I didn't pay gang tax for 1 year.
Well, of course, of course. Sergeant Bell, when escorting a detained suspect, is the suspect under the duty and care of the officer escorting them?
Yes, they are.
Apparently, he got.
So did you do this intentionally to Ricardo?
Absolutely not.
Jeff altered her, and she.
Jeez
I ended
Louise.
up falling over the bridge as well, alongside him.
And he fall.
During this fall, did you say anything on the radio?
I mean, yes. That's what everyone's been saying.
I did. I believe it was something along the lines of, I messed up.
Did you say anything else off the radio during the plummet? The plummet from the top rope down to the pavement below.
I didn't have enough time to. It's a very tall bridge, but I can assure you it's a very short fall.
Deputy Bill, how did you feel after Deputy Johnson had fallen from the bridge?
Objection, relevance.
Just trying to get into the mindset of the defendant, Your Honor, as to their intent of their actions on the day henceforth.
Your final rebuttal, Peters?
Whether Deputy Bell's feelings to the surrounding incident have no bearing, as she was performing her duties as a law enforcement officer for the BCSO.
Oh my goodness.
I can see how this could lead to somewhere relevant, however, Paul, if it doesn't get there quickly, move on. I'll overrule the objection.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Come on.
To answer the question, I was a little upset that my orders were not being followed too.
You were upset at the plaintiff?
Yes, I was. I was giving him a direct order to stop, and he ended up forcing a deputy over the edge of a bridge. But
Apparently, it's my second one, and so it's not specifically the court case that's annoying. It's the involved parties, right? Like Ricardo
I
has a good
see, I
personality. Bell has a good personality. Peters has a
know
good
who this
personality.
Benji is?
Hammers, holy God, he's just a good old-fashioned country lawyer who talks a
only
bit
know one Benji,
slow and has his wits about him, but he can totally be here when he needs to. No, he cannot. There's this guy. This guy
Oh, but it's
is
Benji that
just
you do know.
harsh.
Do you have an emotional
It's Hammers that's the problem right now.
connection or response?
Objection, relevance. Again,
Yeah, but what does Benji have to do with this?
Just again, Your Honor, going to the intent in mind of the
Thanks for the follow,
defendant
Mills.
here,
Appreciate you.
who claims that they were doing things by the book, yet they let emotion, unupsetness seep in, and a mention of this Benji character who
Benji
I have
Ramos.
not brought into this matter, but the defendant did. And that is where their mind was gravitating to, Your Honor.
What the hell does that have to do with anything?
Peters?
Again, there's I'm failing to see the relevance in that, and also Belle herself said she was not sure of which Benji that is, so he's also kind of borderline asking her to speculate
Ramos?
on
I am like 90%
who
sure
she
it's
thought it
Benji
was.
Ramos.
And also, facts not in evidence, as there was no there was no mention of that in any of the officers' testimonies.
False. It's actually in Bell's statement.
Appreciate the interjection, Mr. Valdez. Okay. Like I said, Paul, you were going somewhere, but now we've straight down this Benji path, and I'm not seeing the relevance to the claims you're making here. I don't give a fuck who Benji is. I don't really care. Move on from Benji.
Of course, Your Honor. Just a moment here. Allow me to confer. Just a moment.
Holy God, come on. This is getting ridiculous. Confer on what? Just let it go. You don't have any good questions? Let her go. If you don't have any good questions, please move on. You know what's interesting about TikTok that I've noticed is that you sometimes get people who show up to watch the stream and they're just like user with a long string of numbers after their name. And I'm like, sure, okay. How do you say hi to user 2473892121214242426? Like, yeah, everyone's a user. Or please go faster. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 officers. 10 including me. 11 including Bell. 11 officers in here. Holy cow! There's a lot of us. Why? Why is it Why is Aaron over there? What? So 12 officers?
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. I want to make sure.
That's a lot of
you
officers
are
just sitting in here.
comfortable, Sergeant Bell.
Come on, come on. Let's
I
go.
know that you mentioned there you were seemingly uncomfortable, and the fact that you mentioned upset of this whole
Good Lord.
matter here. Upset of the incident that transpired. Have you ever been so upset that you sought revenge?
Objection relevance.
Oh, Peter's getting uppity.
Again, Your Honor, this goes to the intent of the mind of the defendant, where, with the actions that took place, and from our statement of claim that they over-exerted themselves in the eyes of the law.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Taking action outside the bounds of their duties. So I was just establishing and trying to understand their mindset.
Okay, I'll ask you this, Paul. You say this speaks to the intent. You have already asked Sergeant Bell if she did it intentionally, and she said no. So are you looking to speak to a subconscious mindset, or are we trying to trip her up on her answer?
I'm just trying to get the truth, Your Honor.
Okay, that's not what I asked.
Again, she's already answered.
It seems like a waste of money for the
This was
plaintiff.
not a that was not intentional, and even stated that she herself fell the same distance that Mr. Valdez did. So again, the plaintiff's counsel is just at this point is borderline
cow.
badgering the
badgering.
witness and continuing asking her intent and talking about revenge.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I will sustain the objection. Paul, we have already spoken about Bell's intent, and she
Come
has said
on.
that there wasn't any.
No intent. Let's move on.
So move on from this line of question.
Move on, move on, move on.
Of course, Your Honor. Just going more from what was further gone on here. Other words that were claimed to have been said?
Holy shit.
Did you, at any point, claim to use the plaintiff, Ricardo Valdez, as a meat shield or meat cushion to cushion your fall?
Not once, no. Like I said, I tried. Like once we started falling off the bridge, I tried to leave him on top of the bridge. But when we started falling, I only had time to say I made a mistake before we hit the ground.
This is our new blog, Chrissy. We're here every other day.
Shouldn't have said she made a mistake.
The force of gravity is 2.8
I
meters
know
per second
further
per second, so that's,
questions, Your Honor.
you know,
Real quick, Your Honor.
1.8 meters every
Before we with
half a second,
questions, am I allowed to question?
Yeah, it's very
Bell
fast.
at all,
Like-
or is that just for my counsel to do?
I think she would have had like less than
It's
10
generally
seconds to
for
say
your
anything.
counsel to do.
Would you allow me to ask Bell questions or no?
I would ask why Paul can't ask them.
Just a moment, Your Honor.
Let's see. Let's check Google real quick. How long does it take to fall 300 feet? Pretty sure, right? Let's just say, for the sake of argument, 600 feet.
Good evening.
Your Honor, for the questions that
Yo, F-bomb.
6.1
that I
seconds.
have here, I guess Sergeant Bell, just to clarify, you did state that you slipped on the bridge, correct?
Yeah, 6.1 seconds to fall 600 feet. There.
When one slips,
I don't know. How tall is, like,
what
the Golden Gate Bridge?
direction do they fall?
What the hell?
Objection.
How tall is the Golden State Bridge?
Also,
the Golden State Bridge is 220 feet.
Incompetence? How,
Oh,
I don't
at
understand how
elevation,
she
right? The
could
tallest point is
realistically answer that and
746
give-
feet. The tallest point.
And
You
it's-
don't think a
It would take you
sergeant
less than.
knows the laws of gravity.
Yeah, it
and
would
which
take you less than
direction
7
things
seconds to fall off the top of the
Oh my
Golden
goodness,
Gate Bridge.
Sergeant
I
Bell,
seriously think
she's a deputy. She's a
150.
deputy and not a physicist.
150 feet equals 45
I mean,
meters.
Paul,
if you're
if
falling at
the
3.8
question
meters
is,
per
do
second
things
you're
fall
about
down?
3-second fall.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
do not
Like,
need to establish
I don't think the Miriam Turner
fundamental law of
overpass is
physics
more than like 200, 300 feet tall. For the sake of argument, let's say it's 600 feet tall.
fair, Your Honor,
Like
that's
almost
fair.
as tall as the
Then I
Golden Gate Bridge,
withdraw
just for the
that
sake
to
of
simply
argument.
say then that
It would still take you
Solid
6
person
seconds from the
slips
very top to fall to the bottom.
regarding
6 seconds. You
laws
couldn't
of
say
physics that we
more
all
than, oh no,
know,
I made a
share,
mistake.
and love.
Yeah.
How does one slip and go over a safety barrier?
Oh my god, he's so.
No, give him time and let him cook. He's
It's-
just a simple contra
It's a
lawyer.
very steep incline.
Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thanks, Black.
Honestly, I don't think he's won a case yet.
Objection.
God.
Counsel is testifying.
No, they're not.
But aren't they?
I withdraw my client's statement on that part there, Your Honor.
I literally heard nothing your client said.
Oh, I heard him.
I'm whispering to my counsel, so if he heard me, then he must have just overheard.
Wait, do my own personal likes don't count? They don't. Damn. I can't like my own live.
So did you go over the side of the barrier, Deputy Bell?
Yes?
We did,
She
yes.
can't go through it?
Well, how does the slope factor into this if you were going over the side?
Because the barriers don't increase in height as the slope extends upward.
Slope, then, that'd be reasonable, but you just admit to going over the side, which has, as you can see from the photo, that there is a high netted barrier.
He totally hired
In
a bad
fact, from
lawyer.
this view, it almost looked like a cage. You
Okay,
got him
Paul-
out of a cage. How did you do
Paul-
that?
Paul, stop.
The net is just that. It's a net. It's flexible.
Well, that and it's only hip high. Like it's a bad photo, right? Like if you
Well,
ever
we
climb
did
that
say,
bridge,
we
it's
do not
hip
need to
high,
establish
and as you get
fundamental
higher
law of
up,
physics
the
in this
net height
courtroom.
doesn't change, but the
We do
slope
also
inclines a
recognise
lot
the
more.
place that we live in and how sometimes
So it's actually far more dangerous at the top than it is near the bottom.
falling may be different for others. It may not make sense in the moment.
Hey,
So
Pigeon, next to the
move
follow.
on from
Appreciate
this.
you.
Of course, you are. Of course. No further questions. And we mean it this time.
Thank you.
Oh my God, it's gotten dark. Put it away, Peters.
This guy, bro.
All right. Your Honor, are you ready for my cross?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Deputy Bell.
I honestly
Plaintiff's
think
counsel
this
here,
strategy is to just bore
was
everyone to
asking
death.
you,
Totally his
about
strategy is to
intent.
bore everyone to death.
what exactly were you responding to on that day?
Oh my God! Is the only reason I didn't turn your
We
music
were
back
responding
on
to a
and Bell's
deputy that
judge. Yeah, the
failed
judge
a
is the
rig-
judge
like a check-in.
was not captivating enough to listen to while clearing and building the
Okay,
knife
when
blocks.
you-
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Came to the scene. Where did you see Deputy Asher Johnson?
Okay. He was being escorted up the same cable lane. Actually, well, not escorted, forced
My
to
cadet
walk.
and I spotted Deputy Asher Johnson on the cables going up
Yep.
the bridge.
Yep.
And as the plaintiff's counsel is so hung up on netting and all that, do you know if that is that netting flexible at all?
Move on from that, Peters.
Yes, Your Honor. Have you responded to? Actually, you know what? No, I'll hold that question for recall. Let's see here. Were you? You said you were.
After love. Come on.
Were you? Did you make attempts to de-escalate the situation?
Okay.
Yes, multiple times.
And you said that he had been non-responsive up until the point that Deputy Asher fell off the bridge.
Yes.
Did you at any point
oh my
did
God.
you at any point escalate the situation by firing your weapon or anything like that?
I did not fire my weapon at all with this incident, no.
Less is more, even though I have all the details. Peters.
Again, just to clarify,
Come on.
did you intend to hurt
Riveting.
Mr.
Brava.
Valdez?
Fantastic. Oh my God! Why are we
I never
going about
intended to
that
hurt anybody
couch
when I put
again?
on the uniform.
Ah.
I didn't intend to hurt Valdez with this incident either.
Intent is so
When you were trying
overplayed
to
right now.
escort him down to safety, again, just to clarify, did you fall and get hurt as well?
I did, yeah.
No further question.
Okay, anything on redirect, Paul?
Yes, Your Honor. Just a couple there.
Oh my God! Please no.
As a trained law enforcement officer,
Please no.
Are you trained on best practices?
Yes, of course.
For safely securing a suspect?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
So then how was Ricardo Valdez secured so unsafely?
Jesus Christ.
Objection. Relevance and also
Counsel is testifying.
counsel is testifying.
What are you saying? What part of his question was testifying?
He's making the assumption
That his client was secured unsafely.
I heard the first one there for the relevance, but what was the second objection part there, though? Sorry?
Counsel is testifying. Peters is saying you're testifying by saying that Valdez was secured unsafely.
I thought of a pistol, mags, and ammo. I know. I can't do that though. I can't just shoot my gun
well,
around.
I mean, Your Honor, if you want me to go through all the questions of
Oh,
this
in my
falling
inventory.
off the bridge safe, then I guess we could go that route. But clearly, this was an unsafe security, so I feel that is not testifying at all. That is spitting the facts, Your Honor.
I mean, then I could then testify that it was unsafe for your client to.
Damn, I'm missing one thing.
Let's
No,
not
you
go
know,
back
never
and
mind.
forth.
Yep.
As to the relevance, I think it is highly relevant. In regards to the council's testifying, give me 1 second.
Yeah, he's making up facts that don't exist. Supporting evidence, I don't know. Nothing.
There we go. See, told you you're gorgeous. Go. Is that gate?
I will overrule the objection.
Yep.
Oh,
The council's
boo.
testifying.
Boo.
Sergeant Bell, the question was, how was Valdez secured so unsafe?
No, it was an unsafe situation to begin with, and I was trying my best to make that unsafe situation safe. Unfortunately, during that transition to try to make it a safe apprehension, I made a mistake and I slipped and fell, resulting in myself
No,
and
Bell,
Ricardo
no.
falling.
After Deputy Johnson had fallen from the bridge, was Mr. Valdez compliant in your instruction?
No.
He was.
Check.
What was the objection going to be?
Asked and answered.
Would have been sustained.
Well, of course. Why could you not have ordered Mr. Valdez down from the bridge before
Asshole.
detaining them?
God damn
Objection
it.
leading.
Sustained.
No further questions at this time, Your
Take out a bunch of dollar bills. Oh, good, good, good. Yes, yes, yes. Wallet and money. Wallet and money.
Yes, you
Absolutely.
indicated this already, but I assume it's 100 bills marked for recall.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Bell, free to go back to the table.
When it comes time, what God
Next
do you
witness,
prefer to
please,
swear under?
Oh, I don't know. Pick someone, I guess. Go old
Your Honor,
school.
the defense wishes to call
Let's see.
Richard Chopp
You're
to
the
the
plaintiff,
stand.
Paul. You've said the prosecution, now the defense.
So what? You want
Wait,
to swear in under say Han?
Sorry, Your
Yeah,
Honor.
yeah, go
There's
with
just
Han.
something about standing on this side of the courtroom. It's doing something to me. I don't know what it is.
All right.
All right.
All right, Chopp, come on up.
Hobbling, I'm
If it makes
hobbling.
you feel any better, Paul, I have the same thought right now too.
Feels like I'm in an upside down world.
Chopp, can you raise your hand for me? Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalties and pains of perjury, so help you Han?
I swear. So swear.
Okay.
Thank you,
The
Violet.
witness has been sworn in, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Hello, is it Officer Chopp, or do you
Yeah.
have a specific rank?
Officer. Officer's fine.
All right, and how are you today, Officer Chopp?
Well enough. Hey, Marcher.
That's fair. That's fair. Not to waste more of your time there, as I'm sure that the whole thing with the deposition the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can only apologize for that, but
I'm doing good.
Officer
I shouldn't be here
Chopp,
right now.
are
was
you
supposed to-
familiar with the events that transpired on March 12th?
Yes.
Where were you during the incident in question?
On Exceptionalist way below the bridge.
Were you one of the first on the scene?
Which part of the scene? The part where they climbed the bridge or the aftermath?
The aftermath.
Yeah, I was the first at the bottom of the bridge, yes.
Okay, and what did you hear on the radio called out?
That he was surrendering, being placed into cuffs, and being led down the bridge. Followed shortly thereafter by Deputy Bell saying, "Oh no, I made a mistake." And then another officer about 10 seconds later saying Deputy Bell had slipped and fallen over the railing, and the suspect had been taken with her.
And they had fallen to below the bridge where you were? Or near to where you were?
Yeah, near to where I was, yes.
Yes, and when you arrived, was the plaintiff, Mr. Valdez, underneath Sergeant Bell
No.
as a meat cushion?
No, they were actually separated by about 10 feet. It had appeared that she had attempted to let go of him before they ever, left the bridge.
Yeah, it appeared that he attempted to let go. How does one appear to have looked like they attempted to let go?
Because they were separated by about 10 feet.
Were you the one to call in for medical assistance?
Yes.
While awaiting medical, did you speak with the plaintiff at all?
Only to ask basic medical questions. It's very hard to understand someone after a fall like that.
Did you make mention as to perhaps a motive as to why he had been the victim of such a fall?
I do not recall.
We still on with the objection after hearing the answer?
I was going to object to relevance as well as leading. Excuse me, not leading. To speculation, calling for the witness to speculate on motives when he had just stated he was just trying to ask him basic medical question.
Sure. It wouldn't be speculation as the question was asked, did the plaintiff make a mention about the motive? So it would be just what they heard the plaintiff say. Whether or not the plaintiff was speculating or not, that would be different. As to the relevance, I think it could have been relevant. Well, since he says he doesn't recall a lot of this, so we'll continue.
Yeah, I do not recall. Yeah, as I said, I don't recall.
Okay, sorry, and not to get like an asked and answered thing there, but just so I can clarify, you're saying that you don't recall what the plaintiff said.
I don't recall
is
much
that
of
what
what
you're saying?
either of them said. It was hard to say to talk to either of them after that fall.
Okay, and do you recall what you said to the plaintiff
I do not recall.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. It was some time ago. Just a moment here.
That's a steep ass bridge.
So, Officer Chopp, you can recall the distance between the plaintiff and the defendant?
Yep.
At the time of the incident? But you can't recall what you said that day to them? In that moment?
I vividly remember a car driving between two of them, which is about the span of 10 feet. As far as what was said, aside from asking basic medical questions, no, I do not recall. Welcome, Bones.
Well, okay. Okay. Just a moment, Your Honor. Okay, there, Officer Chopp there. My apologies there, but, with yes, vivid memory of the fact that a car drove between them.
Yep, my memory of.
Why is it?
Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, why is it in your statement that you found them on top of a car together?
I did not find them on top of a car. I said that they bounced off of a car.
Oh, so they bounced off of a car together.
Well, that's what a local told me, at least. Like I said, when I arrived, local talked to me, and as per the statement, I wrote it in there. But I do remember while I was walking to where they were at, a car drove between them. My memory works a lot along the lines of visual. I don't remember names, words, things like that very well, but I navigate by landmarks, so I remember places, sights, sounds, faces, words, names, not so much. That's why if it's not in the statement, I really don't recall.
So you don't recall saying that Deputy Bell did this for her OG Aspen Gray?
Who?
Objection. Objection, facts,
Withdrawn,
not
Your
evidence.
Honor. Withdrawn. I withdraw the question.
Okay.
I have no idea what the hell he's actually talking about. Legitimately no idea.
Are you done with questioning completely, or?
Just about.
approaching the bench to get food. I'm narrating my actions.
Yes, Your Honor. No further questions from the
Oh
plaintiff
my
in this
god,
call.
that's funny as fuck. What the hell?
Cross.
How you doing, Chopp?
Good, mostly. How you doing?
Doing all right. So when you responded, on the scene, have you ever responded to calls, at the same location involving people falling?
Following from the yeah,
from
I
the
have. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Roughly could you estimate how many calls you've responded to with people falling off and from the bridge and hurting themselves?
Objection, Your Honor. This is irrelevant. How does it matter how many times a person falls off a bridge?
Just trying. Again, I'm trying to establish the importance and the overall safety hazard that being on top of a bridge poses. As again, as the plaintiff is claiming or has claimed that it is that being on top of certain places safe.
I will overrule the objection, but if you don't get there in a timely manner, Peters, let's get it move on.
So just ask the question again, Chop. How many how many times have you responded to calls in estimation of people falling off this bridge?
Personally, probably less than a dozen times.
Thank you. Let's see here. No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, any redirect from that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Doobie doobie doo. Doobie doo. Doobie doo.
Officer Chopp?
Sir.
How long have you been an officer in this state?
Or less than a year in this state. Over my career, over 7.
And in that vast time span, less than a dozen instances where someone has fallen off of that bridge.
That I can recall. That I've had to respond to, yes.
No further questions.
Not sure what.
Okay,
Okey-dokey.
thank you, Paul. Chop, you're free to step down. Peters, is Chop marked for recall?
No, you're.
Okay, Chop, you're free to leave.
Thank you.
Good luck with the leg.
Oh, yeah, appreciate it.
I'm going to ask you that. Could you
Thanks,
say
Peters.
more times than you could remember? No problem.
I'm going to leave.
Okay, Paul, I believe you have one more witness. Is that correct?
Where's Sonny?
Yes, Your Honor. The plaintiff calls Sony Flowers to the scene.
Oh, there she is.
Let's go see. Woo! Woo!
Get her done.
Thank you for the fanfare, Bruce.
You got this on.
Looking good, Justice.
Oh.
Looking real good.
All right. Well, I need to go. Wasn't actually supposed to be around today, so here's the thing. Thank you all for being here. I know it's a brief, short stream. Gosh dang, I wish that popsicle stick is left inside. I know, right? There we go.
Single bow? What?
I mean, it's better than nothing.
What do we
no?
got? Deputy Mayor, stairs. Damn it. Hate the stairs. Stairs. All right, well, I'm going to hop into an elevator and take a nap. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it again. I might be back later. We'll see. Yeah, I have a surgery consult for the leg in about an hour and a half or so, but I need to totally go spend time with my wife. There's a lot going on today, and this was just one of the minor things. All right, I'll see y'all later. I'm not giving fanfare it. We'll do that later. Later.